What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Now, a while ago I bought a pack of 5 resin bases along the lines of these. They were kind of like, I don't know, weird alien stuff, and I thought they'd go good with my Tyranids, but for one reason or another I never got around to using them. So I'm going to paint one of them up now to go with my Reaper Bones model, because I've cut the bottom bit off. If you know, on Reaper Bones models you get those bottom bits. I've just cut that off. Once he's painted, then he's going to go on top of whatever base it is. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, now I don't know if you should be able to see this properly here, but this is the resin base. It's just a resin base that I've attached to this. It's actually like a laundry washing top thing, conditioner. Yeah, laundry conditioner and fabric conditioner, that's it. Anyway, here is the base in question. As you can see here, there's like stones going in the middle here. This is where I want him to stand upon this, so I'll be gluing him to that. There's also some stones at the back there. And then either side you've got these two, I don't know, weird looking alien things that could possibly fall in line. I mean, I got them essentially for my Tyranids, or some of my Tyranids. I had a thought to do them, but so what I'm going to start with is going to be painting these stone bits, and what I'm going to start with is Eshin Grey, just to do that. So it's a work on any base. I mean, normally I go Mechanicus standard grey, but on this occasion I'm going to start by doing the stones in Eshin Grey. So I'll get ahead, and what I'm going to do is do a fairly heavy dry brush with those. So I'm going to use this small dry brush. They're quite good because they're squarish. I'm going to just go over them in Eshin Grey. So I'll come back to you once that's done. Okay, that's that one done. So that's Eshin Grey done. Before I go on and start doing the rest of the stone effect, I'm going to painting this weird, I don't know, alien looking stuff here. And to do that I'm going to use Crusted Saw by Wall Painter. It's a zombicide paint. So I'll come back to you once I've done the bits I want doing in that, and I'll have a look at how that looks. Okay, now we've done that, I'm thinking of painting these bits here. I want to do them in like a skin type tone, like a flesh tone. So I'm going to use Game Colour Bronze Flesh Tone to paint those with. Okay, that's how it looks after that stage. So what I'm going to do now is the bits around the edge here, I want them to be essentially green. Those other bits. So I'm going to lay down quite a dark green, P-Freeze Battle Dress green. So we'll see how that looks. Right, that's pretty much all the base colours laid down now. When I say base colours, I mean, you know, colours I want on first. So that's that. I might do some pigments later, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go and do the next layer of stone effect. So for that I'm going to use Dawnstone, the dry brush version, but I'm not going to use a dry brush. So I'm going to use a medium base brush. Like I said, look, it's got quite a nice shape to the bristles, which will allow me bit greater control, I think. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, now that's done, it's wash time. I'm going to use the good old Agrax Earthshade and go over the fleshy areas with that. So there it is so far. I'm going to wait for the shade wash to dry. Incidentally, I did use the same base brush for that because, like I say, it allows for greater control. So I'm going to let that dry before I proceed to the next stage. Okay, now that this is thoroughly dry, I'm gonna work on the red bits next of this weird whatever it is. alien matter, I don't know, could be anything. Anyway, today I'm going to lighten it up a little bit with angelic blood from Minotaur, so that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use a army painter detail brush, and I'm just going to go over a couple of the areas there. Okay, so I'll come back once that is done. Okay, so that's what it looks like once the angelic blood has dried. There we go. Now it's a little bit difficult to know where to go next. Obviously I want to do more on the red. I want to do these fleshy parts too. I also want to do the stone and the grass. So I think the stone work will be best if I do that next. And to do that I'm going to go with Administratum Grey. So I'm just going to do a very small dry brush. Probably with this brush here, this what is it, a medium base brush, just because I like the way the bristles are shaped. I'm going to use that to dry brush. Right, okay. Okay, I don't know if you can see where I've dry brushed some of the grey on there, the Administratum Grey. It might not show up. I did it quite subtly, so I don't want to overkill it. Right, next I think I'm going to go with some green, just a little bit lighter green to highlight. And for this I'm going to go with the Warpainter Zombicide paint, Mouldy Cloves. So I think that might be a great contrast. So I'm going to do that and just put a little bit with like a stipple effect around the edges, well, in the centre probably, of the grass areas. So I'll come back when that's done. Okay. Now that effect is done, and that again, this is a very subtle thing. It's getting more subtle as the further I get onto this base. But there you go. I'm going to go with some Shabty Bone now to put a little bit over these fleshy areas here. So I'll come back once that's done. Again, subtle effect. But now I'm thinking of going with Flayed One Flesh for the next highlight on that. I'm just going to do the very edges of these fleshy whatever they are, and that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I've done the Flayed One Flesh over the top of the Shabty Bone. I'm going to go in with some Longbeard Grey now, and this is I'm going to go over the stones. Right, that was quite successful, I think. I think I'm going to leave the stonework there. I don't think I'm going to go any further with stonework at this sort of size. I think that's fine. So essentially I won't go up to the whites. But what I'm going to do now is I want to do some orange in the form of Troll Slayer orange. Just a few lines going down here over the red. So that's what I'm going to do now. So here we are, the finished base. You can see that there, and it took all these paints. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 paints, plus the primer obviously. Now I'm going to zoom in so you can have a proper look at it. So there it is, I'm calling it finished. I'm going to varnish it yet and paint the rim, but for me, for now, that'll do for me. Guy can sit, or stand rather, on top like so, and there we go, one finished resin base. Began like that, or something like that. They're not all the same, and ended up like that. Right, thanks for watching guys, I'll see you on the next one.